Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany with the Seniors Blue Book. And this morning, I have the privilege to be joined by Amanda Collier, the administrator over at the Pines of Sarasota Assisted Living. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning. Hi, everyone. Good morning.
You have a beautiful smile. I just want to go
Thank
ahead and tell you
you.
that.
Thank you so much.
It's one of those contagious ones where you see it and you can't help but smile.
Oh, I know. I've been told that. Thank you. It works.
That's right. You got to use what you have to make the impact, right?
Exactly.
Well, I want to say thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about the Pines. We're going to get to the assisted living and some of the services that you provide, and just kind of how things have changed during the COVID times. But first, I want to ask you if you could share with the audience your background, because I know you've been in healthcare for a long time.
Absolutely. So I actually started in healthcare when I was in the 7th grade. I started at a nursing facility. I worked in dietary, and I knew I loved the elderly population then. So from there, I went and became a CNA. I worked at a, a major hospital for about 5 years while I was doing nursing school. So I finished nursing school. I did floor nurse, admission nurse, wound care nurse, and I absolutely love the healthcare field and what I do. I just pretty much worked as a nurse on the floor, and then I was soon promoted to unit manager of a dementia unit here at the Pines, to administrator of the assisted living facility.
Absolutely. Well, not many people, I don't think, can say that like the spark ignited or started in 7th grade. So that's amazing.
7th grade, yeah. My mom was a nurse, so when it was, go to school or go to work with your parent day, I went with her, and I loved it, and I loved helping people, and so I just knew right away, 7th grade, this is what I'm going to do.
I love it. It's a calling, right? It's not for the faint of heart, especially in your position. I mean, you're on call 24/7.
It has to come from the heart. Yes, it has to come from your heart. And that's why it doesn't feel like work, because I'm coming in to do what I enjoy and love doing, which is helping others.
Absolutely. Well, tell us, the Pines has such a amazing reputation around town. I mean, ever since I moved here about 8 years ago, and it was one of the first communities that I was familiar with. And you guys, again, you've been in the area for quite a while. I'll let you explain a little bit of the background there on the Pines. And then let's get into the assisted living side and talk a little bit about some of the services that you provide there.
Okay, so the Pines of Sarasota, it's been 72 years. We were founded by the Kiwanis Club, which is pretty awesome. It's the swing back. I was in high school and I was in the Kiwanis Club, so it's come back full circle. But they founded the Pines because they wanted to help those that were homeless. And now here we are, and we offer many different services. We have the skilled nursing, we have, the memory care unit, the rehab, the long-term care, and the assisted living. So the Pines is pretty awesome.
It really is. 72 years?
72 years.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So when a resident moves into your assisted living, which we should mention too, and you can tell me the exact timing, but literally the building got a complete remodel. And I want to say in the last year or two is when you reopen your doors, and things have been going amazing.
Absolutely. So the building was completely renovated. The residents did have to relocate. There used to be 72 rooms, and they had to share bathroom facilities. So the residents relocated. It's been about 1.5 years now. There are 39 rooms now, and they all have their own private bath and shower. So they were so happy to come back home and to having their own bathroom facilities.
That's amazing. I've been there myself before all this happened, and the community itself, the common rooms, I mean, the whole look and place, it's just a complete renovation. And I remember too, when I first walked in, this always like resonates with me. There was a resident it was right when you guys reopened, and there was a resident sitting at the desk, like right, and you probably know which resident as soon as I say this, but I walked
Yes,
in and she was
I know
like,
exactly who you're talking
"And what
about.
is your business here?" And I'm like, "You're right, you're right. Here's my date of birth. You can run my background check." No.
Funny enough, she used to work for the sheriff's department for 23 years.
I believe it. Oh my gosh. But she was so welcoming. I was helping somebody look at your community and she said, "This is the best community. You're never going to find something better." And she was just great. So I guess I passed her test to be able to come in.
You did. You passed the test. If you can get through her, then you passed.
I feel gracious for that. So tell us right now, during COVID-19, what is your occupancy like, and what is the process if you are able to have a resident move in?
Okay, so right now we are at full capacity. We have 39 apartments, but we are accepting applications. So if an apartment does become available for admission now, because of everything that's going on, they do have to test negative twice before we could admit into the facility.
Okay. So, and you have a waiting list right now. If somebody was interested in your community, how would somebody put themselves on the waiting list?
So they would just need to contact me, and I could get them put on that waiting list. There are 3 different types of rooms, so it's depending on which apartment they're interested in. We do have a studio, we have a 1-bedroom, and we have the deluxe. So I would love to speak with anyone that may have any questions and answer any questions that I can to be helpful.
Perfect. And I do want to mention too, what are some of the ways that right now that you're having families connect with your residents? Because I can only imagine and can't even put myself in their shoes because I'm not them, that they're not able to visit with their families. The families are having to do through technology and different means. So what are some of the innovative ways that you guys have worked with the connections?
So we've set up Zoom on some of the personal computers for the residents to see their families. We also have Skype. That way the residents can connect with those family members. And for those that are camera shy, we've been doing emails. So any way we can to keep our residents connected to their families.
Very good. I know you guys are doing a great job taking care of your residents, and obviously the heart of what you do is keeping them healthy and safe and bringing them joy. So I'm sure there's some creative ways too, that through activities and door-to-door visits or whatever it might be, that you're keeping their spirits as high as you can.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I always, again, love working with the Pines, and you guys do such a phenomenal job through each of your levels of care there. So any last words of wisdom that you'd like to leave the audience with?
Love on your loved ones, and don't want to cry. Just embrace your loved ones. Tell those that you love them each and every day. Don't let a day go by without saying that, because tomorrow's not promised.
I love it. You're gonna make me cry.
I'm sorry.
No, but it is. It's such a good point. It's with the world that we're living in today. You got to hold on and hold tight to those that you do love and care about. And
Absolutely.
I think that is a great piece of advice to make sure you're verbalizing and telling those, whether it's through Zoom, because now more than ever, people are connecting through using this kind of technology. Whereas before, it would be a phone call or a text message or Facebook or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really neat to see how people are connecting more personally through video, and it warms my heart. So
yes, me too.
Well, thanks again for being here, and I hope that you and your team and staff, of course, residents, have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.